Now we are at the last thing that we are going to talk about in this unit, and it's called percent proportion. So again, this is a way of using proportions, which of course are just rates and ratios, equivalent ones, fractions. So this is a way of being able to solve certain kinds of problems, specifically ones that have percents in them. And remember, percent is always of 100, okay? So we have this equation called the percent proportion equation, and it's always this: percent over 100 equals part over the whole. Okay? So percent, when we put it in, doesn't need to be changed to a decimal because it's over 100. If we divided whatever that number is by the 100, we would get the decimal. So let's look at this example. 84 letters is 28% of what number of letters? Well, I've got 28, that's my percent, over 100. Okay, see this? Percent over 100 equals part over whole. So now the hardest part is figuring out what is my part and what is my whole. So 84 letters is 28% of what number of letters? Well, the number of letters, the total number of letters is what I'm looking for, okay? Total letters. Because when I take 28% of that number, I'll get 84. So our 84 is our part. Okay? Here's the thing. If you get these mixed up, you'll come out with a number that most likely doesn't look like it makes any sense at all. So if you get a number that doesn't make too much sense, then go back and flip your part and your whole and try it again and see if that number makes sense. But always try really carefully to figure out what your part and your whole is to begin with. Okay? So now let's go ahead and reduce 28 100ths. I'm thinking 4 can go into each of these because 4 can go into 28 7 times and 4 goes in 25. So now what I have is 7 over 25 equals 84 over x. It's always easier when we can reduce one of these to begin with. Okay, so now I've got 7 times x, so that's 7x equals, and 25 times 84. Well, I don't know what that is. I have to do it over here. You notice I'm never using a calculator, and you guys won't be able to too, so you should practice this at home without calculators, all this stuff. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 2 is 42. 2 times 4 is 8. And that's 16. 1, 0, 1, 1, 2. So 2,100. Now, again, 7 times x is multiplying. The opposite of multiplication is division. What do I need to do to get the x by itself? Well, I need to get rid of that 7, so I divide him out. If I do that on one side, then I need to do it on the other. And now I've got x equals, well, 7 goes into 21 3 times, and then I just need to add the zeros. So 84 letters is 28% of 300 letters. If I were to take a calculator and put in 300 and push the times button and then multiply, or I could actually do it by hand, times 0.28, I would come out with a number 84. Cool, huh? All right, let's do one more. 75% of what number of wrenches is 675 wrenches? Well, first of all, percent, and this is my percent, over 100. Remember, once again, our equation is percent over 100 equals part over whole. Remember that. Say it over and over and over. Percent over 100 equals part over whole. Percent over 100 equals part over whole. So percent, which is 75, over 100 equals, now once again, I need to figure out my part and my whole. 75% of what number of wrenches is 675 wrenches? So once again, we're trying to figure out the total number of wrenches. So our whole is what we don't know, and 675 is our part. Now, we could end up with an X anywhere in some number over some number, a part over a whole, or we could have, say, 75 over 100 equals X over 675. So we could have X in this place, or this place. The only place we can't have it is the 100. That has to stay the same all the time. And then we can find any one of those things that we don't know. Okay? So again, I'm going to start by reducing the 75 100ths. 25 can go into 75 3 times, and 25 goes into 75 4 times. So now I've got 3/4 equals 675 over X. Okay, so 3 times X is 3X, and 4 times 675, I don't know. I need to multiply it out. So that's 20, 28 and 2 is 30, 24 and 3 is 27, so equals 2,700. Now I need to get the X by itself, so I'll divide by 3. If I do that on one side, I have to do it on the other. That gives me X equals, well, 3 goes into 27 9 times, and then I just need to bring down the 900. So 675 wrenches is 75% of 900 wrenches. Just for fun, because I have a few minutes, I think, let's go back here and see about this guy. And that's going to be 0, 0, 24, 0, 0, 6. And now I add these up. 0, 0, 4, 8. And because I have 2 decimal places here, I start here 1, 2, 84. Let's check this guy. If I take 900 and multiply it times 75, and here I do need to put the point in, so that's 0, 0, 45, 7, 0, 0, 63, 0, 0, 5, 7, 6, and again 2 decimal places, 1, 2, 675. It works, and I figured out what my X is. So that's the end of Unit 2, guys. Have fun.